Good day, students. Let's start our today's lesson. Today we'll talk about factors affecting second language acquisition, and I do hope that you will enjoy the lesson. So let's start if you are ready. So let's start with the introduction. So as you know, all normal people are successful in acquiring their first language, their native language, but sometimes during acquiring a second language they may come across with several problems. So as you see, we use our own experience and research findings when evaluating success in the acquisition of second language. So it means that our first language is really helpful in learning our second language, in acquiring our second language. But even so, however, rate of development varies widely among first language learners. It means that maybe majority of people acquire their first language, but the minority can suffer from not being intelligent in this sphere. Okay, let's continue. So in the second language learning, some learners never become native and they will the learning process slowly, and they make slow progress. But some people can acquire everything rapidly. So I think that it depends on the people's personality, because not all people can accept all the thing in the same way. So that as in everything, as in every sphere, not only in language learning, but also in all spheres, we have the different kinds of people, So one can achieve goals in language learning while the other can achieve something in chemistry and physics, So that you cannot judge the people here. It is about their personality. So the characteristics contributing to successful language learning can be classified into 5 main categories. So they are, as you see, the first one is motivation, then the aptitude comes, and the personality. The next one is intelligence, and the learning preferences. So what about the motivation? If you don't have motivation in order to acquire a new language, you cannot accept it. So in order to be motivated, you should have your intention why you need a language. You should ask yourself why I need to learn English language or German, French. It doesn't matter. So that you should ask yourselves, and only in this case, you should be motivated to learn a language. So for example, some people learn it in order to enter the university, whilst the others want to maybe take an IELTS examination, So what about the personality? As I mentioned, the personality plays a huge role in learning everything, in acquiring any skill. So, and also language learning process depends on the person. So the intelligence. Okay, and the last one is learner preferences. If the learner he or she adores to learn a new language, they will do it, So as you see, it depends on the learner preferences here. The next page. So there was held a research on learning characteristics, and there you can see the descriptions of them. So as you see, the steps followed by researchers when trying to find out the effect of any personality factor on second language learning. So they are selecting a group of learners. At first they selected a group of learners, and they prepared a questionnaire, and they gave the questionnaire to people in order to determine their degree of personality factors. And the last one is the last one that the researchers did, it was giving a test to learners to measure their second language proficiency. So they have a like they are successful in second language learning or not. Researchers wanted to check it. So what happened next? You can see here. So the steps followed by researchers when trying to find out the effect of any personality in second language acquisition. So and after that, like after taking a test, they scored the test and the questionnaire, and it like led to finding a correlation on two measures. So as you see, like researchers only wanted to see whether learners with high scores on the proficiency test are also more likely to have high scores on the personality factor questionnaire. So as you see, not all the time like people in high level, like in high IQ, cannot achieve maybe more in personalities, yes, in their personality factors. So that we will continue. There was, as you see, the difficulties with this process, with like holding a questionnaire and test. So the researchers observed and measured qualities like motivation, extraversion, or even intelligence is not like possible. So as you see, instructors checked students' motivation. So are they extrovert people enough or not? It was the like second checkup, I can say. And they checked the students' intelligence, yeah. So the various researchers used the same labels to describe different sets of behavioral traits. So it means that all researchers, like many researchers, let's say it, use the same things in order to identify personal factors, yeah, in the people. So what is the like motivation in second language learning? So if you remember, I gave you a book, and from the book you will find the answers. Yeah, I will read the questions and you will answer the questions and you will send it to me, yeah? And I will evaluate you regarding your answers. And in this case, I will be like aware of you read the book or not. So what is the problem in motivation questionnaires? Yeah? What is the problem in motivation questionnaires? Second question is, what is the relationship between level of motivation and success in second language learning? So there are learners with higher level of motivation more successful than those with lower motivation. I really I'm eager to read your answers. To read your answers to the question. And the last one is, you will write, do highly motivated students perform better on a proficiency test than those which more or less motivated? So all information is given in the book, so you can read it and try to answer in a clear way, and of course with your own words. I will check it. So the next questions. Okay, let's talk a little bit about intelligence. So many students use their IQ tests and different methods of assessing second language learning that have found the IQ scores are a good means of predicting how successful a learner is. So it means that learning a language, not only the process of learning, like words, learning the skills like reading, writing, speaking, and vocabulary, and also grammar, it is also about your IQ, your logic. So learning languages, it is also, how can I put it better? It's about your logic, In order to be successful in language learning, you should be use your logic too. So students, as you see, try to pass IQ tests in order to know their language learning level, So measures of intelligence may be more strongly related to certain kinds of language 2 abilities than to others. So as you see, you can check your intelligence. Are you an intelligent person or not via your second language learning process? Because not all people not all people can acquire, can have skills to acquire a second language. So if you can do it, you are a intelligent person, I can say. Okay, next one is intelligence may be a factor to learning in terms of linguistic analysis and grammatical rules. Yeah, so you should be a very intelligent person in order to be successful in linguistic analysis, in a second language learning, and of course in a grammatical rules. So as you know, our first language may differ from our second language acquisition, and not all the time you cannot transfer all the rules from your first language. But intelligence plays a minor role in classrooms with more focus on communication and interaction. So as you see, in the classrooms, you should be more creative people than intelligence, I guess. Let's continue. Let us continue. Okay, and also try to answer the question here. Is success in second language correlation with extraversion? I think that not all the time it connected with extraversion, because I know introvert people who are really successful in language learning, in acquiring their second language. So do successful learners get high scores on measures of extraversion? Okay, you answer the question. And about motivation and attitudes. Are positive attitudes and motivation related to success in second language learning? Of course. As I mentioned, if you are a motivated person, if you have motivation to learn a second language, you will be successful even in second language acquisition. So how do you think, can the research indicate truly how motivation is related to learning? Yes, if you read the book, so you can find the answers. And as you know, the questions will be in our final examination, so that I will require that you find the all answers to the questions, because it's beneficial for you. So that I think that we will end our lesson here, and I was so happy to be with you. And next time we will continue the other topic with you, and I will be really glad if you will leave comments and if you will write your opinions about the lesson. So thank you for being with me. Goodbye. See you next week.